not have had Bryony in my field if it wasn't for this next speaker, who is Preet. And I would not have had Preet in my field if I didn't run a networking club in London a few years ago. And it's all about connections on the same vibration and the same level. Now, Preet, as well as a technical entrepreneur, she is just a spiritual diamond. She's been seeking, but she's been manifesting for many years, just from believing, just from having faith, and just for having trust and having hope. Because if you don't have hope and you're not inspired to actually move to a different level and transform, then what are we here for? So Preet, sorry. I now give you your 8 minutes, and thank you so much for being here, my love.
Beautiful, thank you. Wow, it's a really indescribable feeling, just buzzing. Thank you for being the keeper of light, Vicky, and the team. God bless you. Well, today I really wanted to just go a little bit personal, because I'm somebody who thinks a lot and learning to like now go beyond the mind and anchor myself into my original story as a spiritual being having a human experience in this world. And well, my story started, I grew up in India and in Punjab, and in my family, girls weren't allowed to have their voice. And honestly, when I looked inside me, I thought I had a lot of value. I was smart, but outwardly, all the people in my family, in my school, were telling me I wasn't good enough, and I was the darkest one in my family. So therefore, I was going to be the last one to get married and all that crap. But since age 7, this is a dream I used to have, and I wanted to share that because stories are really powerful. So this story, well, this dream, it was a recurring dream I had until the age of 22, from age 7. So this dream goes like this. I'm standing in a quicksand, in the middle of quicksand. My hands and my legs are tight, and I'm thinking every night. Every night I'll have this dream, and I feel like I've sank more. And sometimes I'm okay being there. Sometimes I'm fighting. Sometimes I'm like waiting, hoping that somebody will come to my rescue, like maybe a Prince Charming or something, you know, the fairy tale. But anyway, so one day I realized. So this is after that, I got married and sent to UK, got married to a British Indian guy. It was arranged marriage, moved to UK, up north in UK. And that marriage went horribly wrong. And so I was like, oh, my name is Pri, and it means love. No matter what I do for this family, I'm never gonna be loved. And it's so hard to love them. So, so I decided to leave their house. I called the police, and while I was waiting on to police to come and get me, I fell asleep remembering this dream. And this is the last time I had that dream. In my dream, I realized there's something I have to do before that somebody arrives to rescue me. I have to like put my energy into free myself. So I start pulling those chains, and all of a sudden these chains broke, and I pull myself out. And I used to think I'm going to be so dirty when I come out of here, because I'm a bit of a clean freak. So, and then when I came out, I was all clean, and I saw beautiful sun ahead of me, and I walked towards it, and I never had that dream ever again. So, and then this family used to always say, oh, London is a very big place. London is, you never go to London. I was like, London is a place I'm going to go to. So I moved to London and started my life. And all the dreams I will have, I will just think, oh, what's the best company to work for in the world? And I'll think of Google, Adobe, Symantec, and I'll just call the head office and say, I would love to work for Symantec, Microsoft. Who do I speak to get a job at Microsoft? Innocence, total innocence. And funny enough, they will give me the opportunity. And this one lady at Microsoft, she said, she put me in touch of 4 different hiring managers there. And I said, well, first I was really courageous, and then I got scared. I was like, why are you helping me? She goes, because you have really high character strength. You have this ability to never give up on yourself. And I was like, I still didn't understand what she actually meant by that. And I messaged her about 4 years ago, thanking her for saying those words, because I just understood the meaning of those words in my life, how they appeared. Anyway, so my personal development journey started living in London, being so innocent. I had no freaking idea how to do my life. So I was figuring out ways, okay, what do I do now? Getting all these jobs. So I put myself into situations where I had to be smart. I had to be street smart. And I was working with all these people and they were almost bullying me. And I had to figure out a way to steer myself. So that was also very hard. And but anyway, I kept on plodding along, figuring out my life, falling down, pick myself back up again. And then 8 years ago, I thought, no matter how high up I go, my last job at Adobe, I got paid more than I could imagine I would get paid growing up in India. So everything was going great, but my health was suffering. So I thought, what's going on? I'm selling a piece of my soul for a paycheck. That's not working out. And so I quit my job, went to university, because growing up, my father didn't really believe in educating me. So I did my first business degree, and I was also dyslexic. So I decided, fine, I love learning. My biggest challenge is to learn. Why is that? So I'm going to go, if learning is the biggest problem, I'm going to go and fix that. I'm going to learn to learn by giving myself space to learn. So did my first business degree, did my MBA. And while I was doing that, all those beautiful books I used to read, Napoleon Hill, Stephen Covey. So those people are not with us at this moment in time, but people who they mentored firsthand from childhood, like literally when they were baby, like literally toddlers, they came to my life and they became my mentors just by having the thought. And it's been incredible journey, to say the least. Like my wildest dreams are coming true, now being a technology entrepreneur, coaching CEOs, helping them to making difference in their lives. I'm really living my dreams. So my message, what's coming out of me right now to really share with everybody, is just to always be your authentic self. If you put masks on, I think these things that we have on, this is a manifestation of, all the masks that we put on all these years. And now we have to literally put these masks on. And so that really, I hate wearing this stuff. And so just always be yourself. I absolutely adore and love you, even though I don't know you. When you come to me as your real self, no mask needed. Being authentic, your authentic self, and sharing your authentic voice, that's where the magic really is. But we get into this mindset in order to, I have sat in front of CEOs where they say, you have no idea what's gone in my life. And they have to now put different, different masks on to show themselves. But where the magic really is your real self. And I just want to know about that being. And I thank you for your time.
Perfectly on time, and how ideal. Masks. And when we think about it, the masks that we put on is just through fear. And there is so much fear going on in the world. There is so much anxiety going on in the world. And when you think about the fear and the anxiety and hiding behind masks, whether or not that these masks or they're just masks of around us to stop us being who we are, let it go and just feel from here. This opens some hope. let's open some inspiration and let's open some transformation. So Preet, thank you so much for sharing your story.